To Minister Alicia and Pastor Shadia for hearing out what I had to say today and giving me the stage to do it. And Jade, speaking of nuggets and running with it, what powerful service yesterday, and I thought, what an amazing and epic way to end the month of rest, which is what my exaltation is about. So just over a month ago, I was in quite a messy place. I published a book in March. Those of you might know it's called Phases. Thank you very much. And after that, after the momentum died down, I was kind of faced with still having to advertise, still having to promote it, still having to work a full-time job. I just was kind of stuck. You know, when your brain feels like you're a hamster in a cage and you're running nowhere fast. So as much effort I was putting into promoting on Instagram, writing the sequel to it, I just felt like I was getting nowhere. And the more I was pushing, the harder it was to get inspiration to write or to do anything. So it just became very frustrating. And on the 1st of July, which was a Saturday, Pastor then came onto Periscope, and as you might know, when you get a notification, it tells you the title. So all I saw was a new month perfected, and I thought, oh, what's he going to ask us to do now? I literally am fried. I cannot go out and push anymore. But, you know, if he says I must, then push I will. But Lord be praised, he told us to rest. And guys, it's like somebody cut my strings. I sank to the floor and I was like, I will not be touching a single thing this month. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to post anything on social media. If you see my Instagram, I've not posted since my niece's birthday. And I just thought, yeah, right, I'm just going to step back and I'm just going to wait for clarity and see what's there to happen. So the pastor gave us a passage as well from Hebrews. So Hebrews 4:10, for anyone who enters God's rest also rests from his own work, just as God did from his. So I believe in my talent, and I believe I'm going to be a best-selling author. So I
Amen.
So I just thought it's not a lack of faith that's going to make me step back. It's just that I'm going to give it to God. I don't know where my mind is right now. I'm quite scrambled. But it's not my problem, it's his. So I'm just going to work my 9 to 5, come to church, and whatever happens, happens. So the first week I did nothing. The second, I've been scrambling for inspiration. I wrote a chapter of the next book, which was crazy because that was when I was resting. And then I thought, if I'm going to put my heart and soul into one thing this month that's relatively easy, I will prepare the book for submission to Waterstones. And, you know, just whatever, it's fine. At least I'll just get it done. So when the pastor was now yesterday shouting me out at church saying, you must tell the bookstores that you must have this book, what he didn't know is that on the Friday I'd already submitted it to Waterstones for review. So I was just taking all the blessings like, yes, don't worry, I will. And it takes a month. So, you know, his dad was saying when he comes back in August, I was thinking I'm going to have a testimony and they're going to have said yes. And at least by the end of August, you know, it takes a month. But lo and behold, this morning, guys, I go on their website and Phases is there. That's my sister, everyone. So yeah, she thought she'd come out for that one. But yeah, I'm just completely overwhelmed. This August hasn't even come yet. And, you know, with the guy yesterday, Pastor Ayo, and he was saying, you know, you're preparing for a check-in, but God has prepared you a 3-course meal. So I was just checking to see that they had my details correct. And then I just thought, wait a minute. Okay, fine. It's there. And I'm just so happy. I just feel like, I don't know, just follow Pastor Toby. That's what all the leaders say. You know, they're following a man of God. So if he tells you to do something, just take it and just run, because he knows what he's saying. And that was just so soothing to me at a time where I was just struggling with thinking too much. Like, we see too much, which is why creativity is stifled. And I was thinking too much. I had all the ideas, but they were amounting to nothing. So it just is about stepping back and just letting God, just saying, do you know what, it's not about me. And you just get all your ideas, and that's what's happened. And one more thing, sorry. From the start of the year, I have this little diary, and every single day, I have written the same statement about how much I'm going to have by a certain date. So that was something I was stressing about as well. And then yesterday in the service, I completely forget what the scripture is, but I just remember two people who had set dates as well. I don't know if you guys follow Bob Proctor. He's a really amazing motivational speaker. And he was talking about a goal he had, and even on the morning of the day of the goal, he still didn't know how he was going to do it, but by the afternoon it came, and this is by the 8th of December, so I was like, you know what, I've got a few months yet, and that revelation came to me, and instead of like writing every day and thinking, God, I'm no closer, like how am I supposed to get all this money that I've written down by a certain date? And yesterday he was like, it's not about you, just keep writing, just keep doing what you have to do, and just wait for me on the 8th. So yes, lots of money for the church that's all I have to say. Just rest in the Lord and have faith and believe in your talent, and just as far as you work hard, act, execute, you know, so faith with deeds, he will surely come through as he has been. And I'm not the most prayerful person. I only joined SPAC in April, and I've never been going to church before then. I don't think I've missed one Sunday since then. This is just the place to get what you need to get done. And I promise you that if you do it and you stay in the church, you will be giving your own testimony. So that's all I have.